Welcome to Mythos AI, your source for Cliff's Notes on complex subjects. Join Anna and Phil for yet another engaging conversation.
Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive into something really cool? We're talking NotebookLM today, this new AI tool from Google. And it's not just about taking notes, it's about really understanding anything, like everything.
Like having your own little research assistant right on your computer.
Yeah, exactly. And to help us unpack this, we're diving into this interview with Steven Johnson, one of the co-creators of NotebookLM. It's from the HardFork podcast. Really insightful stuff. And Steven's story, man, it's fascinating. He's not your typical tech genius.
Oh, no, not at all. He's actually this big-time writer. We're talking New York Times, published books, the whole thing.
Right. So how do you end up in the world of AI?
Well, seems Stephen's always been obsessed with notes. Finding that perfect system to organize all his ideas.
And Google, being Google, they had this experimental thing, Google Labs, right? And they wanted people from all over, to shake things up.
They wanted to build tools with the people who would actually use them, not just, for them.
Yeah.
So Stephen, with his passion for note-taking, thinking deeply perfect fit.
He was like their ideal user, right? Their muse. And get this, he had this everything notebook. 30 years of notes, quotes, even drafts of his books, 8,000 quotes alone.
Wow. Can you imagine having access to that?
It's mind-blowing.
It's like what NotebookLM lets you do, but on a massive scale. We're talking 25 million words per notebook. That's, 40 books? It's like your own digital library, totally personalized.
Okay, so we're talking a ton of information, right? But how is this different from just, having a bunch of files on your computer?
It's the conversational learning.
Right.
It uses Google's AI, lets you actually talk to your notes, your sources. It's totally different.
That's what I love. It's not just highlighting or summarizing. It's asking questions, getting different angles, really digging deep.
Exactly. And it's accurate, too.
Yeah.
It even has this inline citation thing, so if you're ever unsure, you click it, bam, right to the source. No more wait, where did I read that?
No more digging through pages and pages of notes.
Right. It's all right there, like magic. And, remember Stephen's everything notebook. You don't have to be a note-taking fanatic to do that yourself.
Yeah.
Think about your Google Drive. All those files, presentations, that could be your everything notebook.
Okay, I have to say, turning my Drive into this, knowledge base, super appealing. But before we go too far, gotta ask about data privacy. What happens to everything we upload?
Right, great question. And Stephen actually talks about this. Anything you upload, not used to train the AI, totally separate, it actually disappears after each session.
Okay, so it's like a self-destructing digital workspace. You get the AI without, the privacy worries. But speaking of, there's this one feature that just blew me away.
The AI audio overviews.
Yes. It's like having NotebookLM make a whole podcast about, anything based on your stuff.
It's pretty amazing. And, these aren't just robotic summaries. The AI actually does an edit cycle, like a writer would.
Like Steven talked about how it makes an outline, revises, writes a script, then critiques it. Crazy sophisticated. And it even puts in those little pauses, to make it sound natural.
Yeah. Like a real person, not just this monotone AI. They played some clips on the HardFork episode. Honestly, they were captivating. Casey, one of the hosts, he was feeding it all kinds of stuff. Wemo safety reports, even his credit card statement.
No way. What was that like?
It was wild. So the credit card one, it made this podcast sounded just like a financial advisor, even telling him to cut back on the late night Ubers.
That's hilarious. And a little creepy, right?
Yeah.
The potential here is insane. Imagine listening to a podcast summarizing a research paper for work or, I don't know, your meeting notes on your commute.
It could totally change how we learn. And it's early days. Google's already talked about more features like multi-language support, so you can upload in different languages.
Multi-language support. That would be huge. Imagine understanding research in languages you don't even speak. So many possibilities.
Right. And get this, they're working on letting users actually interact with the AI hosts.
Wait, seriously? So you could be hold on, explain that again? Or where'd you get that from?
Exactly. Having a real back and forth. Oh, and you'll be able to upload audio too. Recordings and stuff.
So record a lecture, upload it, get a podcast summarizing everything, learn on the go. This is wild. But it does make you wonder, right, about the future of, us. Are we podcast hosts out of a job soon?
It's the question, isn't it? Stephen actually talks about how these AI hosts, they're designed to be, enthusiastic, informative.
Yeah.
But not to replace that human touch.
Makes sense. AI can do the information part really well, but we bring our own stuff to it, right? Our experiences, even our humor.
Absolutely. It's a tool to help us learn, be more efficient, but we're still the ones driving. Our judgment, our creativity, that's what matters.
Well said. So, wrapping up our deep dive on NotebookLM, it's exciting, right? Imagine being able to talk to any information, have knowledge customized just for you. Makes you think, what would you ask if you could have a conversation with everything you've ever learned? Something to ponder. Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking those questions, and keep diving deep into the world of knowledge.
Thanks for listening to Mythos AI. Stay tuned for more concise insights. And remember to hit the like button and subscribe for future episodes.